We are back at it again here with another video with Invest for Tomorrow. And to all the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. And to all the subscribers, welcome back. All I ask for in return is for you to smash that like button to let me know you watch this video. Helps out the YouTube channel and lets me know you appreciate the time and effort I put into making these videos. And we're going to look here at Clov stock, Clover Health Investments. It has gone nearly up 20% plus since its all-time lows. We're going to look at everything here together, but before we do, I want to share with you guys the stocks I mentioned this morning, as well as the ones I mentioned this weekend that are already up 10%, one of them, and the other one's 20% plus, and we're going to jump right into it here with Clover Health Investments, Clov stock, and everything we need to know about it moving forward. So the stocks I mentioned this morning turned out to give realistic expectations, 5 to 15% opportunities. They didn't break out 20% plus, which is a home run in our definition of home runs, but 5 to 15% on the day at their spikes and highest point of possibility is phenomenal. We're going to look at these stocks, and if this is something that interests you and you want to become part of, you're more than welcome to. The link is down below in the description to the Discord, and by joining, you'll become part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. So I mentioned CARA, mentioned AEHR, and by the way, CARA has been mentioned for days now since it was at $11 by other members in the community. I wasn't following it until I saw FDA approval, and this morning it gave an opportunity of 10 to 15% on its spike. I like to wait for things to actually have actual solid data, but a lot of investors were watching it. They were pretty confident, and that's the other part too about joining. You don't just see the stocks I'm watching, but if not, the community as well shares their insights. Then I also mentioned CRDL and BPTH, guys. So if this is something that you want to become part of, you're more than welcome to join us. The link is down below in the description. So here we have Naked Brand Groups Limited, NAKD, on the screen. This is a stock I mentioned this weekend on August 21st. Top penny stock to watch before Monday. This penny stock can go crazy. Key levels, watch ASAP. Now, only 600 people watched it. I hope more people start watching these and don't overlook it, because this stock actually pulled back on Monday, right? Sitting sideways, hit those lows right there, and it actually has spiked up nearly 10% plus. You could see it right there. This has been a phenomenal jump all the way up to its spike of nearly 10 to 20% actually at its highest point. Where it's currently sitting is about 10%. Its highest point was nearly a home run. Now we're going to talk about another stock that I mentioned this weekend over at the Patreon, which you'll gain access to as well if you join the community. The link is down below. And here it is, PSFE. It was sitting actually downwards, right? But sideways on that downward pressure. And I was looking at that support level of 806, currently sitting at 824 when I mentioned this and shared it. I go ahead and share the analysis price targets and why it is that I'm watching it. I do a brief summary on my due diligence and what I like about it. And if we look here at the chart, PSFE is on fire, guys. And I think there's more room, right? It's something to watch carefully, but this stock has gone up since I mentioned it nearly 10% plus, hitting 902, guys, because it had a little bit of a sideways action, started to take off, and it had recent news of an acquisition, and it's having a slight pullback here. So if I put 42 vision, you can actually see that this pullback seems to still have some strength. It can actually turn into weakness if it shifts from dark green with red border to red, but if it doesn't, it can start bouncing back up, and you can see all the strength here since I mentioned it and how it's been reacting in just 2 days, right? I mentioned it on Sunday. You can see that right there on the 22nd at actually 9:53 p.m. right before, the next day. And Monday morning, this stock started to take off, and it's hit high so far of $9, and it could possibly continue into the end of the week. It's going to definitely be something I will be watching, but it's already up 10% plus. So we're going to jump into these charts and everything about it. But if you guys want to gain live access to these stocks and when I mention them, as well as the community itself that is growing and learning, you can become part of it too. Check out the links down below, and we look forward to having you join us. So here we are with Clov stock, Clover Health Investments, and we've been watching and tracking this one together very closely. And about a week ago or 2 weeks ago, I'm not sure exactly what Sunday it was, I talked about the opportunity that Clover Health Investments was presenting and how you did not want to miss out on it. And if it went lower, you wanted to see if it made sense to average down, right? You had to do your research, you had to do your due diligence to understand what was going on, but anything in the sevens was a great opportunity, right? Or the closer it got to it. And the lowest points that we've seen recently was 760s, 790s, and 780s, and then it broke towards 750, and it hit an all-time low last week of 742. And since that point, it's reversed, right? I was thinking it was going to consolidate around that area before actually causing such a big spike. But I mean, it literally just went there and left, right? And this is when I talked about it last week. And I want to show you guys what type of opportunities you can be a part of by joining the Discord and the Patreon, because these are the stocks I mentioned way before the opportunities even start, and if not, in the middle of it, right? We try to catch it on the way down and try to catch it as low as we can. So Clover Health Investments was the top stock I was talking about, and I talked about how every time near the sevens we have caught it. We rode it up towards $14, $15, we rode it up towards 28, and here we are again talking about it, right? You could see there in the chart when it was up at the $28 mark. We caught it way before that run, pulled back down. We caught it around this area when it ran back up, down here as well, ran back up, and here it is at this point again, all over again at the 822 mark, and it actually was looking like an opportunity. We talked about it on August 15th, and look what happened that same week. On the 19th, it hit its all-time low that we had not seen, pulled back pretty fast, and I had stated how some of these were looking like bull traps. I did not like how this was barcoding. If you guys remember that video when things were starting to look like it was going to go downwards, and it's reversed since then, and it has gone up nearly 20% plus since we've talked about it in that week, and since its all-time low that it just recently hit in this bearish run, right, after jumping up to $10 and coming down towards the sevens. Now the question is this all over again another bull trap, or is this actually the beginning or the process of a squeeze forming? Now, if the stock can hold itself up at these levels, this could potentially squeeze all over again. I'm not saying towards 28, I'm not saying towards 15, I'm just stating that it could have potential to some more upside because of the fact that shorts will have to cover. I mean, this is a significant run. That 20% may make the shorts get shaken up, okay? And the short interest on this was pretty high. I think it was near 20% or higher than that the last time I talked about it. But I mean, Clover Health right now is in a position of exploding, right? And continuing that explosion. So that is going to be probably one of the most significant things to watch now, if it's going to consolidate or if it's going to pull back drastically, turning into a bull trap. And that's probably one of the things that everyone's asking themselves right now, if this is going to continue, guys. So we're going to go ahead and look here at our supports and resistance. So the first thing is our midway support, 859, and if you even want to bring it down to 849 within that area, 850, 860, watch that carefully to see if the bulls are trying to reappear or if the bears are tearing this one down super fast. Now the lowest point before the run continued, 828 is significant, and then between 828 and the lowest point of the day, 808, is going to be some key levels to watch and pay close attention to very closely, because if this breaks through $8 and goes back into the sevens, it could be a sign of pure weakness, and this could have ended up being a bull trap. Now to the upside, the bulls need to break through the highest point of the day. That's 910, okay? Get back up over $9, break through 910, which is significant, and then break through 931 and get themselves back up to the 10s up here at 1012 and create that staircase effect, right? To continue going higher and creating that run, right? And I know this is a terrible drawing, and this isn't even where the stock is at. The stock's over here, but you get the point of what it is I'm trying to say. This needs to break through these levels, use them as support, and continue to push to the upside. As always, guys, if you learned something new, don't forget to subscribe. Click on the bell so you don't miss a single video that I post. Share this with a friend so they can receive the insight as well. And thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.